law enforcement fights crime in our neighborhoods. The eyes and ears of the community can prove vital in these efforts. Stay vigilant. Your tip could crack the next case. This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome to this week's edition of Acadiana Crimestoppers, a show which partners law enforcement and community to help solve and prevent crime on our streets. In this episode, we will cover the Crime of the Week parish by parish. We will also talk Lafayette Parish's Most Wanted with Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas, and we'll have a discussion with Evangeline Parish Sheriff Charles Guillory to find out how his department is tackling crime in Evangeline Parish. Our first crime of the week comes from Acadia Parish, where authorities are searching for a suspect who they say stole a golf cart from a residence. Here's Sheriff K.P. Gibson.
Detectives with the Acadia Parish Sheriff's Office are investigating the theft of a golf cart from the 1000 block of Soldier Road in eastern Acadia Parish. This theft occurred on November 27th or 28th of 2025. An unknown suspect gained access to the property and stole an unsecured golf cart located behind the residence. It is described as a 2015 Presidential Club ORV, black in color. The total value of this theft is approximately $7,000. If you have information regarding this theft, you're urged to call the tips line at 789-TIPS or download our P3 app to report your tip. All callers will remain anonymous and can receive up to a $1,000 cash reward for information leading to arrest in this case. Be the difference. For Crimestoppers of Acadia Parish, I'm Sheriff K.P. Gibson.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 789-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.
In St. Landry Parish, investigators are asking for your help solving the murder of an off-duty St. Landry Parish corrections officer, which happened back in April of 2024.
You're watching St. Landry Crimestoppers.
Detective Mike Hidalgo of the Opelousas Police Department returns to Crimestoppers and needs your help in solving a murder in the city of Opelousas.
On April 23, 2024, the Opelousas Police Department responded to shots being fired on the 1100 block of Park Avenue and located multiple shell casings at the scene. Officers were then notified that there were 2 gunshot victims at a local hospital. Witnesses stated they heard about 30 shots coming from the area at the time of the shooting. The investigation revealed that 23-year-old Shantera Mackey Albert, an off-duty St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Corrections Officer, died in the incident. One other person was also shot, but was in stable condition.
Use our QR code on your screen or tip using any mobile device by dialing **tips. Remember to download our P3 app and tap the app to say it here and submit your anonymous tips. On behalf of St. Landry Crimestoppers Board, Sheriff Bobby J. Guitros, and Detective Mike Hidalgo, thank you and have a blessed day.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $2,500 cash reward.
The Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help identifying the person responsible for vandalizing property at St. Anne's Catholic Church. Major Mark LeBlanc with the Sheriff's Office says the church staff noticed the damages over the weekend. However, there was no surveillance video or cameras to identify a suspect. The vandalism reaches across the main building of the church. While the Sheriff's Office is asking anyone in the public for help identifying the suspect, LeBlanc says there are also key pieces of evidence that can help in this investigation.
Well, the officer on scene recovered some objects that may have been used to break the glass, a hammer and a piece of piping, and I'm sure that will be processed, if not by us, by Crime Lab.
Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact St. Landry Parish Crimestoppers. Lafayette Police and Lafayette Crimestoppers need your help capturing 2 suspects wanted in connection with a business burglary. It happened right after 9:30 p.m. on November 25th. According to authorities, the 2 suspects got inside the business through a window. Once inside, they stole a laptop. If you know the identity of the suspects, call Lafayette Crimestoppers at 232-TIPS or download the P3 TIPS mobile app. Authorities in Lafayette are looking for some fugitives wanted for OWI, domestic violence, among other offenses. That's why we've invited Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas back with us. Of course, you're a staple on the show. You're here every week. So how you been doing? How was Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was great. I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays. You know, I really enjoy the holidays. And we come here each week, and we come here to show our pictures and talk about people that's wanted. And it's very important that people pay attention. And I will tell you this, we have been getting calls. Every time I do the show, we get calls. So I just want to compliment the community, compliment Lafayette, Acadiana, and just say thank you. Thank you for helping us out, and thank you for keeping our roadways safe.
Yep, the work continues even through the holidays.
Yes, it does.
All right, so let's get right into it. Our first person this week, Misty Marie Holly, OWI first offense, committed in Lafayette, failure to appear to pay the fine and to review the hearing. So OWI, and she didn't show up for her court cases. We've seen this time and time again.
And we have. And one of the things I like to tell people, take care of your business. I always say that. Show up for court. You know, a lot of times we come here and a lot of things can be avoided, but this cannot be avoided. This is the first offense OWI. That's somebody that was driving on a roadway that was intoxicated and did not show up for court. And I always say it's so disrespectful not to show up for court. So now we're looking for you. Someone knows her, that's probably your neighbor, and she might see herself. And a lot of times people see themselves, and a lot of times people will contact us. And when they contact us, we can help you out, or, you know, we come and we'll pick you up, or whatever it takes. So this is somebody that probably can see themselves on TV, or somebody who knows her can contact her and say, hey, the marshal's office is looking for you. Contact the marshal's office. And that's what we ask. If not, we're going to continue to look for you, and we will make the arrest.
Yeah, we don't mind people being story-worthy and being on TV, but not like this.
Not like this.
So our next person, Cortisha Kashawn Calloway, OWI first offense, committed in Lafayette, and she failed to appear for a review hearing, so OWI.
And a lot of times you see first offense, and you know, some people say, well, that's the first time and he's putting them on. Well, the first time is too many times.
Yeah.
And it's not that, a lot of times the first time, you know, we don't want you to do it again, then you don't show up for court. When you don't show up for court, well, that shows that you have no respect for the court. So that's why you're up here. Yeah. So we ask you, if you see somebody you know, contact my agency. If you see yourself, contact my agency.
Yeah, because that's a real important distinction. Yes, these are first offense OWIs, but these are people that were given a court date. I know if that would happen to me, I would want to clear it up as quickly as possible.
Yes.
But these are people that were given dates and they didn't show up. So like you said, it just shows a disregard for the court.
And keep in mind, you have several opportunities. You get a subpoena, you can contact the court. If you cannot show up, you can contact and we could try to reset the date. It's so many ways that we can work with you. But when you just don't show up, don't say anything, and you've been charged with an OWI, then we're gonna start looking for you.
Yeah, exactly. So here's our third person, Benjamin Carrier, OWI first offense, extensive criminal history, and failure to appear for arraignment. But that second bullet point is important, extensive criminal history. So he has a history of criminal behavior.
And we see that a lot. We see a lot of times we will put extensive criminal history. That shows somebody that's been in trouble with the law, somebody who knows how the law works. So when you don't show up for court, you're showing that you have no respect for the court, and you pretty much you know better. Yeah. So what happens now is that we are looking for him. And once we contact him and once we bring him into court, then a judge look at not only that he did not show up for court, but a lot of times your record, your extensive record has a lot to do with it. So we would ask that if you know who he is, we don't want him driving anymore. So if you know who he is, contact my agency and we will pick him up.
Our last person for this week, Javion Rashad Poche, OWI first offense, and he committed that offense in Lafayette, and he did not appear in court. A lot of OWIs. It's really scary to think about the amount of people that may be driving on the road right now, intoxicated.
And you know, we opened the show by talking about the holidays. It's the holidays, and holidays mean a lot of people party, a lot of people drink. But now we have Ubers, we have designated drivers. It's things that you can do not to be on the roadways intoxicated. During the holidays, we have additional officers out. And these additional officers out are looking for people that's driving intoxicated. Because always remember, somebody, you as watching this, know somebody who was injured, somebody who possibly was killed during a drunk driving incident. So that's why we're so strict on this. Yeah. So if you know who this is, if you see yourself, contact our agency and he will be picked up.
And it's the holidays. You know, we don't want anything bad to happen to someone innocent on the road because of someone driving intoxicated.
And the holiday time is a time that everybody's supposed to have a good time, and exactly. Everybody do. It's family time. But we ask you not to drive drunk. It's so many people that's killed during this time of year. And we want to stop it. And that's why we're showing these pictures, and that's why we're talking about OWI. And if you know who this is, contact my agency, and this person will be apprehended.
So we have a person that is captured. Your office did a good job on this person, Deanna Lachey Sholis.
And a lot of times, remember I always say contact our agency. This is somebody who came in. This was somebody who saw this, or somebody contacted them and said, wait, hold up, I know this person or whatever. So came in, took care of business, the warrant recalled, executed the warrant, and we're moving forward. So it's just I like to show that, hey, it does work. I like to show that this show works. So continue to watch, continue to contact our agency, and we'll continue to do our job.
I always wonder when we put these up if they appreciated being a guest on our show.
I don't think so.
We always love having you here, Marshal Reggie Thomas. Thank you so much, and we will have you back next week.
And thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Authorities in St. Martin Parish are searching for a suspect wanted for contractor fraud. 52-year-old Dominic Graffia currently has 2 active warrants with the St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office for residential contractor fraud, which is a felony. Investigators are asking anyone with information as to the whereabouts of Graffia to please contact St. Martin Crimestoppers at 441-3030 or via the P3 Tips app. In Evangeline Parish, Ville Platte police need your help identifying a truck used to break into a Tobacco Plus store. It happened shortly after midnight Wednesday, December 3rd. According to police, a late model dark gray GMC Sierra truck with a personalized Army plate was used to break into Tobacco Plus at 1021 East Main Street. The truck seems to have damage to the tailgate rear bumper and slight damage on the rear fenders. If you have any information on the case or have seen this truck with this damage, call police at 363-1313.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back to Acadiana Crimestoppers. I'm here with Evangeline Parish Sheriff Charles Guillory. It's your very first time on Acadiana Crimestoppers. We're so glad to have you here.
Yes, it is. The traffic's a lot compared to Evangeline Parish, but I'm glad to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's holidays, man. It's the holidays. Traffic's going to be bad on the roads.
That's why I don't come to Lafayette. I go to Alexandria, you know. But
oh, you go the other way. Huh?
I go north, yeah.
Well, I wanted to invite you on because you guys are in the process of building a Crime Stoppers in Evangeline Parish. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, we are. We started the project probably earlier this year, and I didn't know it would take that long, but there's a lot of steps to it. Where you apply with the Secretary of State, and you had to, of course, obviously think of a name, Evangeline Parish Crimestoppers, and that was pretty easy.
Hey, I think that name works.
Yeah, it works good, and we even, you create a board. You have certain rules that you have to follow, so I have a 5-person board that consists of just people in the community. I have them, you know, from one town to Mahmoud, Palm Prairie, and Basile, and of course Ville Platte. So the board actually sets policy and also what the award is going to be on a tip that leads to an arrest or a conviction.
So how do you think this is going to help the citizens of Evangeline Parish? It will be able to highlight certain crimes, of
Definitely.
course.
It can be, what's good about Crime Stoppers, they give a tip, and if it does lead to an arrest or a conviction, they get paid for it. Now, what adds another tool to our arsenal to curtail crime in Evangeline Parish. And it's going to work out to me very well. And other people say, well, how do you get a tip? You know, and how do you get paid? And those processes, I didn't quite understand either, you know, but by setting the policy, also the award that they're going to get paid, by giving this tip, it's going to help Evangeline Parish to me tremendously.
Yeah, because it builds the bond between community and law enforcement. And you guys rely on the community so much for tips to be able to solve a lot of these crimes.
And that's a true statement, because without the community, you'll be surprised a lot of the crime that doesn't get solved. And you'll hear not only Charles Gilbert, you hear other law enforcement agencies, chiefs, other sheriffs, goodness, please come forward, please. And they beg the community to come forward, because a lot of times the crimes happen in their neighborhood, and without their help, there's a host. They have cameras that they can give us tips on, camera footage, also even an eyewitness, and it means a lot. Definitely.
So when will you guys start having, because we air all the segments in Acadiana Crimestoppers, Acadia Parish, St. Landry, a lot of them. Iberia has some as well, St. Martin. So when are you guys going to start giving us segments, Crimes of the Week?
I'm hoping in January. Actually,
okay.
We're in January. I'm going to meet with the board probably the first week of January, and also, you know, Crime Stoppers. How do you fund Crime Stoppers? Believe it or not, you do. Louisiana statute allows you to get $2 court costs. So, and that would be earmarked towards the payment of the awards. Now, you can't have donations from the public if they want to go ahead and contribute to that. But you'll be surprised. You say, oh, yeah, $2 is not much, but there's a lot of crime that happens, so the court costs will increase, and that's how we get started. You know?
Well, you guys are going to be solving more of that crime because of Crime Stoppers, so you're going to need more room. And you guys are solving that problem as well. You guys have a new jail that's coming up in 2026. Tell me about that.
It started 2021. Of course, obviously, I brought a tax up in front of the people, and I was blessed that it passed. And with that tax, is funding the new jail, which is a 200-bed facility, and also is $21 million. And 4 years later, it's about to become a reality. State of the art. You have a central control room, push button. So, matter of fact, at the beginning of the year, I'm hoping that we're going to have a ribbon cutting. I'll invite Channel 10 to come. And we do have 20 female cells also that we can hold. And also we have 4 juveniles that we can hold, not house, hold. So if they be coming up for trial, you know, 4, 5, 6 months from now, and I can still hold them. You know, so that's going to be a blessing. Meaning that the cost of holding a juvenile is enormous. And it's like $300 a day, and you can do the math. So if you have one juvenile you're holding to go to trial, 300 times 30, that's a lot of money. $9,000 a month.
Wow.
So if another facility holds that juvenile for 6 months, 9 times 6, $54,000. It's a lot of money just for one juvenile. So we're going to be able to hold 4. So I'm hoping that works out pretty good. And not only that, it gives the judges a tool, meaning if a juvenile, he wants to put a juvenile, punish them, put him in jail for 3 days, we'll have a place to hold him. All right, I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to hold you for 3 days. So that would work out good for the judicial system also.
So it definitely, to put all of this in a big old beautiful bow, it seems like things are moving in the right direction in Evangeline Parish.
It sure is, Trevor. And my department's proud of what they're doing. We're always looking forward to moving ahead. And also just over the horizon, I'm trying to build a sheriff's office by my jail, brand new sheriff's office right by our jail. And I'm hoping that becomes a reality also. So we're working hard on that also. It's where I'll have the sheriff's office, my jail, and of course we'll have a big maintenance shop there also. So everything's going to be all together. And we also, even in the new jail, we're going to have a big conference room where we can have a multi-agency task force that has to use our office, they can use it. And we'll have a lot of TVs around. And so this facility that I want to build is going to also, we're going to have a weight room. You know, if the officers want to go work out, and they can do that also, which that's crucial also, you know, because a lot of times they, you know, you don't get enough exercise, so they won't have an excuse now. Go, you know, so, but anyway, I'm hoping that becomes a reality, and it's we have it all planned out where it's going to be. It's going to be in front of the prison, and it's going to work out good. So.
Well, of course, when you get these further developments, we are glad to have you back on our show anytime. So, Sheriff Charles Guillory, thank you so much for being with us today.
And I want to thank you, Trevor, and of course Channel 10 for inviting me here. Dwight Dugard had called me up, and he's always calling me up. But I said, most certainly. I said, I'll drive to Lafayette just one time, you know. But and again, I want to thank y'all. It's greatly appreciated.
And we appreciate you being here.
Okay, well, thank you.
We'll be right back.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back. Our partnership with law enforcement continues next week. Join us as we show you more wanted fugitives throughout Acadiana. Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas will be with us once again. We'll see what other suspects he is looking for. We appreciate you tuning in to Acadiana Crimestoppers exclusively on KLFY+. We will be back next week detailing the latest crimes to be solved and perps to bring to justice.